Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alexandra. We're here today on discussing some products that I picked up from Amazon, and I did a little tutorial using some of the products on after I give you a detail of the products that I did pick up. So a little intro of who I am. My name is Alexandra. I'm a beauty creator here on YouTube, and I also do like fashion and beauty on Instagram, and I also do have a wrestling podcast. If you're interested of following all that, I would definitely link everything below, or if you're interested of anything that I'm offering here on the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you here. So today we're going to discuss on some products that I picked up from Amazon. This is actually a second time, actually the third time I'm recording this video, because the first time and the second time I wasn't really happy because last week's video, when I gave you the video of Wet n Wild, I felt like the lighting wasn't the best, and I still uploaded the video and I wasn't really satisfied with the quality of that, and I was a little disappointed on myself for allowing that to happen. So I told myself I wasn't gonna do that again, because I'm really a super perfectionist, and it gets me really aggravated when I don't do things the right way, and if I upload it looking not the best, and it gets me very frustrated. So I definitely want to do a different look with that palette with the Wet n Wild to kind of fix that mistake. But I'm still keeping the video because I feel like it's important to see my flaws and when I'm not doing something correctly. So I picked up a few products and I'm gonna show you. I have them right here, and if I look away, I'm gonna try my best not to look so much because I do have the habit of doing so. So I looked up the pronunciation of these primers, of the company's name. I couldn't find it. It seems like everyone has a hard time pronouncing the names of this brand, and I guess I'm gonna be one right behind it. I like to look it up the pronunciation because I don't want it to be pronouncing it incorrect, because it's not fair for the company because they named their brand the way. But before I show you what I'm gonna show you, the foundation has amazing reviews. I wasn't able to pick it up because they didn't have my shade color, so I chose not to go ahead and take a risk of getting a shade that could possibly be mine, so I just didn't get it. But I did pick up their let's see if it picks up their primer, and it's, from what I heard, everybody's pronounce it forever, because it starts with it's PHOERA, so it's Reda. So I don't know how people is like butchering the name. I'm butchering it, so I apologize about that. I looked it up online just to get the correct pronunciation when it comes to it, because I feel like it's correct to do so when you are trying a product and everything. So I apologize from the get. So here are two primers. It comes with two. I would definitely put the pricing right here and the name of the brand on everything that I'm showing from Amazon, and I will let you know how I felt about them. So it's an all matte finish. It's a pore invisible face primer. This is like the third time using it, because like I told you, I've been using it, and every time I'm recording I kind of let my makeup set in, and then I write on the description how I felt about the products. So right here, it is a clear primer. It is a pump, and I'm gonna pump it on the back of my hand. So it's little running, and it does feel not almost silicone, because at very beginning I felt like a silicone base, but in the beginning it feels more of a liquid finish. But then when you rub it in, it does soften it up, and it does remind me, the consistency of the finish reminds me of the ELF's matte primer. So it does have that, but it doesn't feel like a consistency. It does feel very nice on the skin, and I did enjoy the primer, and it felt really nice, and it did mattify my forehead. You will definitely see it when I go ahead and use in a tutorial. So I definitely did like the primer. For the price point, I definitely, like I said before, the price point will be here. You're getting two of the small brand, It is not bad, so if you want to go ahead and try it, it's very affordable. You get two of them, so if you want to keep one for yourself or give it to someone else, you could do so. But I definitely do like the primer, and I like how well it's set the BB cream that I'm using for this tutorial, so I could tell you how well that worked together. So here is a BB cream. It's called the Flawless Nude Makeup. I found it on Amazon, and this is the case for the sponge, and I'm going to show you the sponge. I actually wet it this time around because when I used it the first time I didn't, and I actually like it not wet. I feel like it's too bulky for me, and I feel like it's gonna break from the handle itself, and it's a little bit more hard, a little difficult to actually get under the eye area when it's wet. So but I did like it. It performed very well dry and wet, so it's really how well of a consistency you want to have it. So this is a Korean brand. It is a beauty BB cushion, that's what it's called, and I definitely wanted to try a BB cream. It's been a while since I purchased one. It is a very buildable BB cream. I could have went with a extra layer on it. This is only layer 1 because I could have covered this little mark that I have here, but I chose not to. It's very buildable because I tried it multiple times in different when I was re-recording. Very buildable. Only two cons that I could say about this is I don't like the packaging, and two, it doesn't cater to multiple skin tones, so it caters right now that I saw online to two. So I'm gonna show you what is the packaging. So this is how it looks. It looks like a horrible mess. So when you get it, you have a double packaging seal thing. So on top of here is a clear plastic thing, but it's kind of stuck under the rims of the packaging. I actually wish I did not do that because this actually became more messier and just not really like, I feel like this is a little gross to me because I feel like it's just open to any germs that you could possibly have get inside the product. So when you twist it, I'm gonna actually just twist it because we're here on the camera and I prefer to let you see it. Actually, I was closing it, so I gotta like flip it as I can. As you see, this lifts up, and you're supposed to have that clear thing is the little white thing that covers here. You're supposed to remove it. I don't know how, but basically when you remove it, this happens. This part that's supposed to be like a cushion thing just disappears. But here's a BB cream. It's a very thick consistency of a BB cream. It's not very light when you apply it on your face, but it is very light on your face. So it's kind of like it's a thick consistency, but when you apply it on your face and blend it out, it's very light. Because I tried it on when I was like editing the other video before I told myself I can't upload that one. I went ahead and I left it on for a couple of hours just to see how the BB cream held up. So it held very nicely. It did not feel heavy at all on the skin. You see how you close this? I don't even know how packaging is such not a good alternative. I'm thinking about like buying a new one and just kind of like keeping the seal itself because it just gets really messy. So after having it on for my face for 4 hours 3 times, I felt the consistency of the BB cream. Very lightweight. It didn't feel heavy on the skin. If you do have oily skin, I would say be a little careful on that, because I do have combination skin, and I did get maybe in a 5-hour mark, I did get a little oily on the T-zone area. So you will probably have to set it with a good setting powder. I use the Jeffree Star setting powder, Magic Star one, and that's my go-to one to hold all my hold my foundation in. So it did help maybe 5 hours in the BB cream, so before it started breaking through when it came to my oily skin. So heads up if you are deciding to pick this up. The only bad thing, like I said, the packaging sucks, and the it does not cater to multiple skin tones. So if you're gonna have a hard time, I think I'm being natural. The color that I'm using will be on the screen and also down below. So like I said, I love the finish, but I don't like the packaging, and I don't like that the fact that it doesn't have multiple skin tones. But I do love the consistency of the BB cream, and it's very buildable and very lightweight. Like I said, it just lasts only 5 hours, and the 5-hour mark when it comes to the. So we're gonna jump on these, and these are the glitter eyeliners that I picked up from Amazon. I wanted to go ahead and create it with this look, but I chose not to because I already tested them out, and I could kind of give you an idea how they look, and I will just go ahead and apply it on the back of my hand. So you get 10 shades of glitter eyeliners for I think under 10 bucks. So let's grab this green one, and each one, there are different tones of glitter in the packaging. So far what I could tell you is, for being a first time user, I never use glitter eyeliners. When I create my glitter eyeliner, I use loose pigments to apply it on the liner. I never use actual glitter liners. The bad thing with these is that they don't take out a lot of product. This one did, and you have to like really go back in there and dip your wand back in if you want to build up the consistency of your glitter liner. So I'm applying more on the back, but you do get a payout on these glitter liners. But the only thing is, do you really want to go in and out on your glitter liners? If you don't like that, then I wouldn't recommend them. But if you don't mind digging right back in and pulling them out and kind of build it up to what you're looking for of a typical liner, then I would say go ahead. But besides that, they take a minute to dry up a little bit, so you kind of can't rush the process of them to dry on your eye. So we're gonna grab another color so I can show you. And usually when I have it in here, I kind of use the brush and I kind of like move it in there to pick up as much product that I can, so I at least take out something on the brush. So I'm gonna apply it on this hand right here, see, to show you how when the color, if it doesn't have enough, it does give some, and you have to go back in there, pick up some more, and apply it again to that area to kind of build the glitters. When they finally do dry, they do not transfer over to the lids. They stay nice and put into the liner. So I do definitely like that they don't smudge a lot, but the only thing is that you got to really double dip in there and kind of like pick up the product and kind of scoop it out. So if I had to rate this, for Amazon, they give it a 4. A lot of people gave it between a 3 to a 4, and I'm into that line. I'm giving it mostly a 3 because I feel like it does give a good payout, but it does not, you have to really double dip to kind of get more product out of this. So if you kind of don't like to do that, then I wouldn't recommend the product if you don't want to double dip. But if you already have your own method of glitter liners, but I wanted to give an idea how they look. They're very beautiful, but it's just you have to double dip in them to kind of put them on. I will definitely use them in another tutorial so you can see how I apply them on the eye. I showed it on TikTok because somebody asked me, but like I said before, I did tell them that I had to double dip and kind of create the line on it. So here they are. While this is drying, we're gonna discuss the lip colors. I picked up a few lipsticks, and here is one brand. And when I looked at the reviews, people said these are like some dupes for a brand. And if you look at the packaging, you kind of have an idea of the possibility of which dupe it is. And it's right here. It comes with matte shades. They're matte lipsticks, and I kind of did enjoy these. They have a nice scent to them. They have a Jolly Ranchers scent. It was taking me a minute to figure out the scent of this brand. So this is in a box. It has an A and a B option. Here are the colors. I hope the camera's picking it up. Very beautiful, very gorgeous colors. I'm gonna grab a few and swatch them in my hand so I can show you. And one is missing because that's the color that I have on my lips. So right here. So here's the color that I use on my lips based on what they're saying. And I went based on what the brand is saying to use these. They said you have to moisturize your lips, have a good like a chopstick under to kind of let the lipstick have a nice smooth finish when you apply them on the lips. So I definitely do agree with that. if you really have dry lips, you have to moisturize first, and kind of if you want to put a lip primer, then do so. But they feel very light on the lips. It doesn't feel very heavy like most matte lipsticks. When they matte, to finally go matte, they feel very dry. Oh, and it also said do not talk when it's drying, so kind of like relax your lips and kind of let the products do its work. So it does have a very light weight. It's very lightweight, so it doesn't feel very heavy on the lips. So here it is. So I'm gonna swatch A right here, since it's more of a tense colors, and then I'm gonna see how I feel about swatching B. So I'm thinking about fast forwarding this part because they don't have actually names on this, and they do leave a stain on it. It took me I had to oil cleanse, water cleanse a good minute, and go in with like everything that I could to remove the color. It does stick in there, so you have to make sure you oil cleanse your lips a little bit more, because they do stain your hands. And I'm gonna go ahead and stain my hands again, arm again. So here's the first color, and we're gonna go into the other one. So I'm gonna fast forward this part so you could go ahead and see the swatches of all the colors. I'm kind of like trying to keep my hands still, because you have to really let them dry, because if not, they're going to transfer all over the place. As you can see, the red one, I actually put it on the packaging because I didn't keep my hands still, but it kind of like letting it dry a little bit. It doesn't take that long. But remember, since I did some swatches, and these are not the best swatches right now because I'm kind of just putting them on my arm, they're gonna take a little minute to dry up. So when they dry up, they look really nice, and they really mattifying, and they don't transfer, they don't feel heavy on the lips at all. So they're very beautiful, and they smell like Jolly Ranchers. If you like the smell of Jolly Ranchers, you're definitely gonna love the lip colors here. Definitely, when I have bought maybe once or twice lipsticks from brands from Amazon, not brands itself, but like from sellers, and I have bought some that I was really disappointed. They smell like glue, they stink, and they felt very heavy on the lips. I'm really impressed with these don't feel heavy at all. They feel very light, very comfortable, that I could wear them on my lips without feeling the heaviness of the lip color on me. So I definitely do like that. So if you like something that's a matte finish that does not feel heavy, then I'll definitely recommend them. So far, I'm liking everything that I have picked up from Amazon, and I think it's a fair enough try that I'm actually allowing myself to tell you how they feel, because I'm actually wearing them a little bit more longer, and I'm testing out a lot more since I had to re-record this video. So I'm kind of giving you more in-depth how I feel about the products and what I would take out of from them. So with this, you got to make sure you got to let them finish drying up, because if not, they're gonna smudge all over the place. The next product, I already opened one and I tested out in the video, but I will try to take them all out so I can show you here. They come 6 of them. They're jelly lipsticks, that's what they're called, and here they are. They're jelly lipsticks, and here is the little packaging. It's a cute little packaging, and then inside of it you have your jelly lipstick with the little flower in here. If you have tried jelly lipsticks, you understand that these doesn't give you too much pigment. They only give you a nice tint of a color on your lips. So if you are a girl that does not like to have too much lip color on your lips, and you like something that just gives you a little bit of a color, and you don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm feeling heavy, I don't really like lipstick like that, but I just like something that's a tint. This I would definitely recommend. It just gives you a nice tint on your lip color. So I'm gonna swatch it on this hand, see if it shows up. see if my hand focus. You see, it's very light. I did apply it during the tutorial to kind of show you guys how it looked and what color did I get. They all have different flowers inside. You have some with purple, some with green, and obviously they all have the consistency of the same thing. They're just gonna give you a tint to your lips, and they're really moisturizing. I definitely could say that they moisturize on your lips. So if you're looking for something to give you some nourishment on your lips and still give you a little bit of color, then I will definitely say this is your go-to thing. I'm excited to try this a lot more and to see how I like, but right now I can't see myself wearing it because of the mask situation. It is, when you apply it, it has a kind of a gloss finish, so it is going to be rubbing all over your mask, so this will kind of not work for you. But if you're at home and you want to add a little bit of color to your lip, then I'll say go for it. Just add it on your lips. It's a little bit of color, and then you will like be really happy with the nice little tint that you're gonna get. But I wouldn't recommend this wearing under your mask. Best lipsticks to wear under your mask would be your matte lipsticks that don't smudge, don't move. Those would be the best ones to wear under your mask. So the other product that I wanted to talk is Hard Candy. It is a Fox in a Box. It is a bronzer, very beautiful, such a beautiful color. As you could tell, it does not pick as much pigment, so you have to build this up, and it's very light. For me, I did enjoy it because it's not really strong of a bronzer. It does give me a little bit of color, and that's usually what I like for a bronzer that I could wear every day. Something that it gives me some type of color, but I don't want something too much that I have to blend out. You can see right here, it's very light of a bronzer, but you still get that beautiful golden glow on the skin. So, and the only thing I could say that I don't really like, it doesn't like bother me much, but I could done without it, is the smell of chocolate. This has a scent of chocolate, smells like chocolate, and you smell it when you open it. They have a little scratchy thing on the package that you could smell the chocolate. It smells nice. It reminds me of cocoa, and then if you dab your brush, it picks up the scent more. I don't like, I'm a little iffy about it because I don't tend to use too much scent powders. If I do anything scented, could probably be the lipsticks, but on bronzers it's my first time, so I kind of gotta get used to the idea of a bronzer smelling like chocolate. But I do like how it looks on the skin, and it did work very lovely with the BB cream all together with the primer that's holding everything set to the skin. So I do like how light it is. It's very buildable, and it gives you a nice glow finish that you're not working. But if you don't like very lightweight bronzers, so I would say skip out on this one. So I noticed that I forgot to mention to you guys, anything that I add on Amazon below, I do earn a small commission. So if you don't feel comfortable buying from the links, go ahead and research these products on Amazon.com and at the search bar, and you could pick them up on there. But the links there will be a little bit easier for you to find them, and you could look for the name on your own when you look it up. And also when you buy from the links, it helps my channel by buying more products, so I could give here some reviews. So the next product here, and the final product, which I wanted to leave this one last. I love this one, and I think it is such worth the money. Obviously I'm putting the price right here. It is worth. You get, when I tell you the amazing colors that you get on this, it's a color board palette. It's a meet your match. It's a color shadow tray. But look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this color is. And you have some complementary colors to work around with this green, like this pink, and then you have the white to kind of blend those out. But look how pretty, and you have some of these blues mixed with greens in here. And then you have here your orange and your yellows, and you have your neutral shades and right here in these three sides, and your two glitter shadows, pressed glitter shadows. As you get here, you get three, and these are your glitter shades right here, but they're not pressed. You can blend them nicely with the brush. Then comes the blue one that also has two pressed glitters and blues, different blues shades, and your neutrals to blend them nicely together. And finally is this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pink and purple with 2 pressed glitters and some shimmer, like a bronzer shimmer, like a bronzer color right here. So beautiful, beautiful colors. I'm loving this palette. I only tested out, I love the palette and I love the color scene they created here, but I only tried one so far, and this is the orange one. I am gonna do a video of using the other shades to show you guys the quality of the other shadows. But look how beautiful. I used the pressed glitter on this one right here. It is so beautiful. I used it 3 times when it comes to using this one because I wanted to give you the orange look, not the green and the other colors. But so beautiful. It blends really nicely. It doesn't have too much fallout. Fallout is not a big problem for me, but it didn't have a lot of fallout, so which was pretty well. And it's less cleanup for me when I have to remove like the fallout under the eyes. So beautiful. It has a nice consistency. It blends really nicely. It's really good, and I'm obviously gonna have a more in-depth review on it when I use the other shades right here, and it kind of will give you like, is this worth having in your makeup collection? So far I'm enjoying this, and it is something that I would recommend to anybody to pick up if they want to test out some colors. And it is really beautiful things, which is the final results on these glitters. So I'm gonna get them real nice and close. If you feel them, they don't move. I'm rubbing my fingers and nothing is. So when they do dry, they stay there. So if you're looking for something, like I said, there's pros and cons to this, but it doesn't move after it dries. So you are gonna get a nice glitter liner if you apply it on your eye, and it's not gonna move at all. So it's gonna stay nice and put. Alright, so we made it to the end of the video, and I'm really excited with the products that I picked up from Amazon. So far I'm enjoying them. I have no, like I told you in the video, I spoke about how I felt and how the pros and the dislikes that I had of each product, so you could know exactly how I felt about them. And obviously after this ending, you will get the tutorial of how to create this look with the products that I did picked up. And let me know what, if you have anything you want me to pick up from Amazon that you want me to test out when it comes to makeup, let me know in the comments below. I will definitely pick it up and give you my honest review on how I feel about them. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you here, and follow me on my social media platforms that I will leave below. And if you are interested in listening to my podcast, I will also link that below for you. I want to say thank you guys for everything, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.